Alright, here's a video of who I'm going to be playing with 2K17. The New York Knicks. Alright. 2015, when I started playing online for real, I started playing with the Clippers, my favorite team, and I was probably playing with, who was I using other than the Clippers 2015? Oh, the Mavericks. I was using the Mavericks heavy. In 2K16, this one, I was using the pretty much just the Cavs and who else I used? The Nuggets. Yeah, I scored the most points in a head-to-head game with the Nuggets this year. I was really on the Nuggets. I was gonna try the Timberwolves. Didn't really focus on too many trades going on during the season, and a lot of roster changes. I didn't like it, so I stuck with the Nuggets. So 2K17, I'm gonna be using the Knicks. I'm gonna show you guys how to use the Knicks next year. The strengths, weaknesses, how you're gonna play against small ball, big ball, cause man, everybody's gonna be playing small ball next year, man. Now I'm gonna show you guys how to use the big ball effectively against the small ball. I'll show you the weapons. I'll probably make it either a 3 or 4 part video. Try and keep the video short. But this video, I'm just gonna really go over the roster, what half court sets I'm gonna be running, and that's pretty much it. Strength and weaknesses. Okay, so strength of this team is definitely gonna be the athleticism and height mismatch. We're gonna have Derrick Rose, who's gonna be good against all the point guards, every single last one of them, just because his handles, he got handles, which a lot of these new point guards don't have. So he's gonna have that advantage, and he has defense, if nothing else. Even though he can't shoot, he's gonna have defense, and we're not gonna need him to shoot. We're gonna need him to take those point guards to the rim and shoot the mid range if it calls for it. Then we got Courtney Lee, the sharpshooter. Carmelo Anthony, who could post up and hit the shot, or just hit the shot from deep. Porzingis, man, he's gonna be the main weapon of this team. Let's pray he don't get injured. Joakim, all we're gonna need him for is defense, because I know next year he's not gonna be 77 overall. He might be 72. He's not gonna have that scoring ability, which he doesn't even have on this game. So we know for a fact he's not gonna have it next year. Mid range is a 58, stand shot close 54. Doesn't even have a post hook. He's not gonna be very helpful in scoring, but we're not gonna need him for that. We're gonna need him for defense and rebounding, which we could count on for him. And he's gonna get our other teammates his defense with the badge, defensive anchor. Yep. We're gonna look at the big 8, because these other players are expendable. Okay. Then we got Brandon Jennings coming off the bench, who's great. Because this roster, I'm gonna show you guys a couple of lineups that you could do depending on the situation. Got Brandon Jennings, who could shoot and has handles, could take it to the rim. What's his 3? We don't know the range for next year, but we could just assume, yeah, 77, 70 mid range. Don't want to take the mid range with him, but just go inside. Kyle Quinn, this guy's defensive, same thing as Joakim, can't score worth the shit. He has an 85 mid range, so he's just a little bit better than Joakim, so that's great. Shit might be 70 next year, might not be high at all, but he's strong. He's very, very strong, and he could get to the rim if he needs to, just athleticism. And Lance Thomas, who probably I might sub Carmelo out for, and just keep that line up and have Carmelo come off the bench with Jennings, Kyle, or Quinn. That we have more scoring dynamic. For the half court sets we'll be using, yeah, I was just playing around doing some dumb shit. Computer's on Superstar, which I like to always do my practices on, because we know Superstar, they do simple mistakes that the other player can't control like that. See Blake Griffin tweaking out. And this half court set we're gonna be running is Princeton Chin. This is basically what we're gonna be running against small ball. One, because of this. This freelance, by the way. Derrick Rose wide open. Take that shot. Take Chris Paul to the rim. Now look at, we get this. Porzingis. Just like that. We had 2 shots just like that. Porzingis in the corner. Now watch this. We could attempt that cut. You want to help out? Boom. We take it. We just got to, we're going to have a lot of mismatches. And I'm going against my favorite team because we got Chris Paul, the best defensive point guard in the league. And we got fucking big man to really match up with these dudes. And they got a sharpshooter. And I'm on a different video. I'm going to go over how you're going to defend against the small and big. So don't worry about that. And what this set does, basically, let you guys see, half court set, Princeton chain, action, freelance. Make sure it's freelance. Motion cuts is going to give you different results. This basically gets somebody cutting on every pass. Watch this. Boom. Remember, get y'all reads going, man. Get your reads going. And this is great for people that love to play off ball. Because they got to worry about which pass you're going to do. And then they're trying to stop the pass. You know, they might play with J.J. Redick. Fake it. Boom. And even the computer's going to react to the fake. I'm going to show you how that's going to happen a lot. I was thinking about running the flex offense, which is pretty much a kind of a dead set in the league. They don't really run no more. It's a Skinner set. People might know that from Blake in Maryland. But I was thinking this is gonna get you a lot of 3-pointers anyway, just off a bad defense. So we're not gonna need threes, and we're not gonna have to. We're gonna get to the rim with the sets I'm running, because we know the Knicks run the triangle. Phil Jackson, my Phil Jackson profile gonna be coming up next year. And look how Paul Pierce is holding on to Porzingis. You can oh shit, bad. You can motion him in for the cut. And this is why Porzingis is going to be so effective. So tall. Even when we motion him in for the cut, he has so much reach. And that's the wild card of this team. Derrick Rose. Is he going to be healthy? Because he needs to be healthy if you're going to really run with this team and use a lot of cuts. Man, I love this. The set. Boom. We get Joakim. Doesn't work, we always good. Usually I just do the I don't really like using screens, to be honest with you. I just use it after somebody cuts, get a mismatch somewhere. See, get the mismatch. It's his own superstar. This is one of the sets I like to get alley-oops with. Look at that. Just tell me this shit ain't sexy, man. I got some highlights doing this set with the Cavs. Everybody knows I have a David Blatt profile in which I show how to run the Princeton low instead of Princeton chin. I love the Princeton offenses. It's the one David Blatt used in the Euro League. It's a good offense to look up. That's why Porzingis is so effective. His height, post, and another offensive set I'm going to be using is the triangle. I don't want to go too deep on the sets, and for this one, it's going to be the motion cuts. This is going to be the stock set. Use these sets. All right, so they come out in the triangle. Go over there. What the fuck are you doing? Yeah, come over. All right, there we got these 2 options. Well, we want Porzingis, Stevenson. That's just. With tall ball, we're gonna have that speed advantage over that whoever catches that. Like Paul Pierce, he held on the last Thomas, but with Carmelo, we can still take that. And this was gonna help out. Getting stuck. Tall ball. You know, somebody's big right there. They got Klay Thompson right there. He's too wide. He's gonna run into that. And try make sure you scoot out there. That way, when your dude runs in that corner, you push into the defender. And you might get ripped a couple of times on that, but shit, you getting the 3 out of it. So, and it's a clean 3. And you don't have to pass that if you want to. You can actually make them cut. So let's try that again. I want that again. Look at that. Boom. Come back up. Boom. Look. Oh my God. I should have motioned them in to cut to the basket just to show you guys the major weakness of this team. None of these players are gonna really have dead eye. People play me say I'm cheesy or whatever, but I'm just showing real how basketball really works. Boom. And what I'm doing, I got my shit on just to show you guys some of the reads. When I play, I'm gonna just take them off, but this is something you guys gonna have to go to freestyle. I mean, not freestyle practice. Go to scrimmage and really work on this shit. That way you can learn your reads. And when the players cut, what they're gonna be cutting to. Get that cut at the top. That's a up screen or a down. They call it a down screen, but I call it a zipper. That's what the players gonna call it too. See, that's gonna be a fucking weakness of this team, man. Joakim and his horrible post game. You see all the shots I'm getting are pretty good in the shot clock with like 15 seconds left. See, we got Zingis in there. Let's go with the high horns. Boom. Get 2 dudes at the top of the horns. It's just simple shit, man. That's why this offense is really effective. I didn't run it this year. I was saving this for next year. And I wanted. That's why I'm saving it for that Phil Jackson account. So I'm gonna tell you the 3 teams I'm gonna be running these schemes with. This team, the Lakers. I'm gonna run it with the Lakers. I'm gonna be running. That's gonna be if they bring back the tiers, which I hope they do, cause I love playing with tier 3 teams. I'm gonna be running this shit with the Lakers, and for the throwback team, when I get in that throwback position, I'm gonna be running it with the Bulls. Everybody know I don't really like Michael Jordan, but I'm gonna be using the Bulls just cause Phil Jackson. I'm gonna do all the Phil Jackson teams. I'm telling you, this shit is so effective. Hold on, I want to show you guys something with Porzingis. Try and get to the top of the key. That's what I'm talking about, that off-ball shit where they be trying to steal the ball. And I'm gonna show you guys how to stop this shit right now. Pretty easy. You put your shit on limit perimeter shots. 2-3 zone limit perimeter shots. Cause you already know, man. You use your jump. You always fucking on ball. I don't recommend people playing all ball. But when people are doing cuts, you're gonna have to play off ball at some points. But you're gonna see the cuts. So I would, when they're bringing the ball up the court, always play on the center. Stop those little quick, fast breaks, which they say they're gonna take out next year because they're gonna stop people. They're gonna give you the option to taunt instead of everybody taunting. I'll make them cut. Boom. Now, if that was a zone, he's not getting any of that. He's not getting any of that. You user that, he's not getting none of that. Because somebody's going to pick up automatically. If somebody plays a zone, somebody's going to pick up automatically. And what your job is to do is to find... You're going to have to use the guy that you was running the zone with. Because somebody's going to pick up right here. You're going to have to slide over. And you're going to get a lot of mismatches if they playing with their stock team. But a lot of people are going to be playing small ball. Which is why this team is going to be so effective. Alright, this is the end of this video. I just wanted to keep it short, show people a little bit of what's gonna go on. I'll go in depth on my other videos.